Very warm welcome to all of you. I'm Shivangi Yadav, Senior Executive HR and Operations at GyanTaal. And on the behalf of GyanTaal.ai, I'm delighted to welcome you this exclusive AI webinar where we will explore how intelligence in shaping is the future, how each one of us can become a part of this incredible transformation. Before we begin, it's my privilege to welcome our CEO and founder, Mr. Ishank sir. And sir has been at the forefront of creating impactful learning opportunities for students, educators, and professionals. So his vision has always been simple yet powerful to make future ready skills accessible to everyone and build a generation that is prepared for tomorrow's challenge. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our CEO and co-founder, Mr. Himanshu sir, with his strategic leadership to educational excellence. He has played a vital role in driving innovation, partnerships, and transformative learning experiences across institutions and industries. Ladies and gentlemen, the future belongs to those who understand technology, but true leaderships are those who understand how to use technologies to create impact. And speaking of impact, is now more distinct honor to introduce our Chief AI Officer, Mr. Sushant V Pai, sir. It's my pleasure to Mr. Himanshu sir. Sir, it's over to you.
Very good evening to all for being part of this exclusive event from GyanTaal.ai. Myself, Himanshu Saraf, serving as Chief Operating Officer at GyanTaal.ai as well as GyanTaal Institute of Advanced Studies. In today's world, all my dear friends who have joined, was a crucial and is a crucial game changer in the corporate world, wherein people and firms are mostly working towards development of AI in technical field. We at GyanTaal.ai understand that AI is for all, and we all are here for a diversified community, not just for tech people. It's very crucial. We are in India, we are standing at a very crucial stage to understand this point, that yes, AI is not just for tech people, AI is for all. May it be any young professional, may it be any C-suite level leader, may it be a management folk, or a techie guy. Here we have launched this webinar series with our honorable Chief AI Officer, Mr. Sushant V Pai, who has done incredibly great in the field of AI and has designed various national and international syllabuses for various institutions. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shivangi, for giving me a time to speak. Over to you, Shivangi. Thank you so much.
Now I would request to our CEO sir, Mr. Hishank sir. So it's over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shivangi. Good evening, everyone. I am Ishank Mittal. I am founder and CEO of GyanTaal Institute of Advanced Studies and GyanTaal.ai. Let me start with something very interesting. A few months ago, one of our employees asked ChatGPT to create a presentation for him. And you know what? He was ready within 5 minutes with all the presentation notes ready, designing and everything. Here, now comes a question. Whether that tool was special or whether that employee was special, no. The skill was special, where it actually matters how to use AI. AI is now becoming a language. It's not a technology. So definitely, guys, I mean, the people who will learn this language will have an unfair advantage in terms of their career, content creation, freelancing, etc. मैं आप लोगों से एक सवाल पूछता हूँ. जब ये आपका रेफ्रिजरेटर आया था, सो देयर वाज अ कंपनी इनिशियली कॉल्ड कैल्विनेटर. हमें लगता है कैल्विनेटर ने बहुत पैसा कमाया, बहुत कुछ हुआ, एवरीथिंग इज गुड, दे रेवोल्यूशनाइज दिस रेफ्रिजरेशन इंडस्ट्री. बट गाइस, उसी टाइम पे कोका कोला आई और कोका कोला कैल्विनेटर से ज्यादा पैसे कमा गई. नाउ हियर्स द लॉजिक. जो मेन ठंडा कर रहा था वो तो कमाया, बट उससे ज्यादा किसने कमाया? जिसे ये समझ में आ गया कि इसका मुझे यूज कैसा करना है. तो द रीजन ऑफ गिविंग दिस एग्जांपल इज टू यू शुड नो दैट हाउ टू यूज दिस AI skills, and you'll definitely, you'll rule the world. So we created GyanTaal.ai with a very simple but ambitious vision to make AI education accessible, practical, and affordable for everyone. Our goal is to build a largest AI community where we'll create job-ready AI programs that will prepare you for the future. we are actually working towards building a truly AI-driven learning ecosystem where education, skills, and innovation come together. Because we don't want, people or you guys to simply witness the AI revolution. We want them to be the ones leading it. So guys, please don't take this presentation or webinar as just a 90-minute slider where you'll just sit and see that 90-minute slides are going on. Just learn how to use AI, learn to lead with AI, and get ready for this very interactive hands.
Shivangi, you can continue.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to our Chief AI Officer, Mr. Sushant V Pai, sir. So it's sir over to you.
Hey, thank you, Shivangi. Thank you, Ishank sir, and thank you, Himanshu sir. And I extend my warm welcome to all the participants who have taken their valuable time to come and attend this webinar, or you can say the roadmap for learning practical AI in an age where AI layoff, AI skills, AI doomsday scenario, every words these days you're hearing. But I want to guarantee you one thing today here, that because I have got the front seat to work in AI, because of lot of programs I've created for Global Business School, as well as institutions like IIM and top engineering MBA, as well as Fortune 500 companies. One thing I will assure you, what you will take away from this webinar, even if it is 90 minutes, are the mindset shift. Remember one thing, learning AI is not difficult, but able to start the mindset that yes, I have now to go inside a tool which probably you did not even hear a couple of years ago. There will be 3 mindset shift you will be having this in this 90 minutes. And I want you to kind of also engage with me by asking any questions. No question is small or silly. It's going to be opening up your mind. I'm just starting my presentation right now. And please, if you have any AI tool in front of you, even if it is a free AI tool like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, have it opened in front of you, because there are a couple of demo starter prompts which I'll be sharing, which you can just watch and probably type it in your own time and get some value out of it. Just give me a couple of seconds. I'll just start my webinar. Okay, so Shivangi, can you give me a heads up if the screen is visible?
Yes, Sushant sir, it's visible.
So the theme of this session, or you can say the mindset shift, is from chat to action. There are 3 kind of audiences I'll be addressing here today. Number 1, who are just not heard anything about AI, and recently you have been hearing layoff news, or probably Oracle ने 8,000 लोगों को निकाला है, या if you have heard AI India AI mission recently Delhi में organize हुआ था, or you have just don't know what exactly is this field, for them this webinar is going to be like a roadmap or a blueprint where you get a real world picture of how exactly AI is going to impact you as a knowledge worker, as a small business owner, as a startup founder, as an educator, as a student, or even as a manager going forward. Similarly, there are another kind of audience I would like to kind of also address here. Those might be the people who are already using AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity. But in 2026, I want to give you the clear picture that we have now moved away from the conversation which we were having with AI in the form of chat or in the form of prompt, and moving into a new sphere called as action, using an important phenomena, or the term you are learning these days called as AI agent or agentic AI. That's why this subheading, which you are reading here right now, is going to give you the correct picture of how to use AI in 2026, even if you have used ChatGPT or any other free AI tools in the past. But this webinar will tell you that the action has now moved away from chat interfaces to an AI agent, which will do work for you rather than just giving you answer. In 2026, in 2023, you asked AI for answer, and in 2026, you will give AI responsibilities. Now, this is the important shift everyone has to understand. And trust me, when you are looking for any YouTube videos or maybe free courses which might be created 2 years ago, this is not the right way now anymore to learn or understand the real world implication of using AI agents in the future. This webinar, though it is 90 minutes, but I assure you the kind of impactful information you will get with practical prompts which you can practice, that itself is a key for you to unlock the right success for adopting practical AI in your learning space or even your working space. Before we kind of move ahead, we just want to kind of get some understanding of who is in the room. There is a poll which will be now started in front of you, and I want you to quickly take 5 to 10 seconds and answer this particular question about which best describes your current AI usage, so that in the future, like Ishank sir has said, we are going to create impactful, practical, and very nominal this cohort programs, courses, boot camp, workshop, and we want to understand that what is the current mindset of the user so that we can make a custom program. Over to you, Himanshu.
We have started the poll and we are getting the responses. Right now, 42% people have voted. Out of that, we are having maximum response for I use ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude sometimes. I use AI regularly for writing research and ideas.
Absolutely.
So,
And that is what the reason why I put this poll, because even in 2026, after I personally have trained over 4,000 learners in 1.5 years in Pan India, which includes managers, CEOs, the faculty, MBA teachers, MBA student, engineering teachers, engineering students, as well as any small business owner. This is one problem I have been finding it persistently from last 1.5 years, is that either the answer can be I use chat gpt, or there is answer that I am regularly writing. These two are the audiences who will get a mindset shift today when they know that in 2026 the time of prompting is not just typing your question but delegating the AI or directing the AI to do work for you. So let's move ahead now. I want you to just have a focused approach on this particular slide, because this slide itself will be giving you the entire understanding about. Just a second. Yeah. Hope my slide is visible.
yes, sir, your slide is visible.
Okay. So just give me a second. Yes. So this is the particular three mindset shift I want you to kind of take away from this, and trust me that you are learning from a actual practitioner who is also a part of several AI expert communities in US and Europe. And whenever there is a new model or new tool which comes in the market, the first thing I do is that I do the unlocking. What you have seen the YouTube videos about unlocking phone, my specialty or my focused area is unlocking the models to find out what exactly has changed, what has something new which has come, and how we can get this model in the hands of everyone to get high quality output. That's why currently, if you see here, most of the people, even if the poll which suggests today, are stuck in at least the kind of usage of chat gpt free AI tools or just writing a prompt. But the first mindset shift today I want you to take away from his, which I specifically I have created after like more than 2000 hours I have spent with the AI tools in last 2 years, is thought engineering. Because trust me, when somebody tells you do this, write this prompt, or somebody tells you that prompt engineering is dead, or somebody might tell you that you can have a conversation with AI, I have found from my own research that most of the time we are very clear in our head मुझको क्या चाहिए AI से आंसर निकालने के लिए. I am very clear what answer I want, but the moment I'm writing this as a input inside the chat box, I am not giving the entire correct picture to AI, which is where the high quality output is missing. Because if you, one thing you remember, large language model or AI cannot read your mind. It is not the chitty of the picture Robo. If you have seen the Rajnikant movie Robo, there was a character called as Chitty who was an AI tool, or you can say AGI. But that AGI did not require anything to be given as a information. It understood automatically. But right now we are not in that area or era where AI understands what is there going inside our thoughts or mind. That's why if you want to get high quality output for your task, for your question, for your learning, for your research, you have to be very, very clear to what to give to the AI as a prompt or as an input or as a question, and then AI will come out with high quality output. That's why there is a saying in the market, garbage in is equal to garbage out. Garbage hai तो output भी garbage ही आने वाला है. That is a very, very simplistic understanding of it. When people used to come to me and saying that, Sushant sir, we are able to know what we want from AI, whether it's a task, whether it's a question, but I'm not able to kind of give the correct picture to an AI to give me a high quality output. That's why I started doing some research as to exactly how do this gap can be addressed. And the first mindset shift, this is for someone who is just starting out in the AI era. You have to understand this concept of thought engineering very, very deeply. And those are already using AI tools, whether it's free AI tools or whether it's paid AI tool. Thought engineering today, when you understand this deeply, you will find out that you have unlocked some kind of a magic, because now you will always find high quality output coming from any AI tool, whether it is free tool, whether it's paid tool, whether it's Perplexity, whether it's Chinese tool. Any tool can be, you can create a high quality output if you understand this mindset shift of thought engineering. That is nothing but, before you talk to AI, talk to yourself. And that's how I'll be showing you with the help of a practical prompt also. This is where we'll be learning today mindset shift. Then we will have the second important mindset shift called as context engineering. Don't worry about the word engineering here. You don't have to give an engineering exam just to kind of get into the AI space. Engineering as a word means you have to be very precise. यानी आपको इतना अच्छी तरह से prompt लिखना है जो AI को समझ में आ सकता है. Prompt has to be written with so much correct permutation and combination as a word. For example, why are engineers very, very important is that they do very specific kind of calculation, very precise details, fine tuning. That's the only reason why I have used the word engineering, whether it's thought engineering, or in the market or in the industry, you'll find the word context engineering, which started from 2025. Prompt engineering has now evolved into context engineering, which is nothing but AI, like I said, cannot read your mind. It does not know what is happening inside your head when you come to an AI tool and give your task to it. But if you give AI context, or in simple word, background information, then the AI understands, oh, Sushant wants this particular task to be solved, and this is the background information about the task Sushant is giving. Then it is easy for the AI to now not anymore guess. Because सबसे बड़ा problem है, if AI is guessing your input, then it will come up with bad answer. Don't let the AI guess in behalf of you, on behalf of you. To avoid this guessing, we will provide the relevant context or the background information inside our prompt, so that AI understands that and will come up with the correct output, or maybe a high quality output going forward. AI is only as good as what you tell it about you. That is the mindset shift I want you to take away from this webinar today. And finally, the most important way in 2026 is not now typing a prompt or writing a prompt. It is delegating agents. That is the third mindset shift I want you to take away from this webinar, is agentic AI. That is, stop asking AI questions and start directing it or delegating it. Delegating means you give an outcome. You are not giving a task anymore. You are saying, I want a final presentation to be made from you. That is the outcome. that outcome is necessary in the AI age or the agentic AI era to make sure that it completely do the work for you. What was happening till now from 2022 to 2025, you all are using chat interface. For example, if I can if you have gone into ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, you're getting a message box where you're typing a question, or there is a microphone button where you're dictating the prompt. This is what was happening in the industry from last 3 years. But 2025, late 2025 onwards, industry has now moved towards a new phenomena called as AI agents or agentic AI, which is nothing but you don't ask a question. You say, I want this to be done for me, do it for me, and the AI agent will do the work for you. Remember this three important mindset shift again and again. I'm requesting everyone to take a note of it, because if you are entering into an AI era right now, or you are a beginner, or you're already an advanced user, any one of this mindset shift will add value to your existing skill set. This is where we are going towards, from people being stuck to what to ask, to people giving an outcome or a goal for an AI to complete. 2022, ChatGPT launched. 2023, prompt engineering was going mainstream. 2025 June, context engineering was a term introduced by Andrew Karpathy, who is one of the most respected AI expert and ex OpenAI co-founder Andrew Karpathy. You can probably go and search for this person. Very, very important information is sharing on the AI era. Then October 2025, Anthropic, which is the company which has launched this model Claude, has come up with this AI agentic kind of a concept. And 2026 today, agents do the work. You are not just writing any more prompts. You are asking the AI to complete the work for you by giving it an outcome. So these are three mindset shift which you are, if you are able to kind of understand and go in that one direction starting today, trust me, you are already a in a situation where you will be in the top 10% of the practitioners or the AI adopters who are actually getting value out of this skill to perform in their job, in their research, in their learning, or any activity going forward. Now, quickly, I wanted to have already informed this is the AI landscape from 2022 to 2026. We started with normal AI chatbots like ChatGPT 3.5, which was launched in November 30, 2022. Then Google came up with its own model. Gemini, Anthropic came with its own model. Claude, Perplexity came, and even DeepSeek from China has come. India also has its own AI model called as Sarvam AI, which is a Bangalore-based company. So you can always find out that the initial kind of landscape was all chat interfaces. That is, you'll get a message box, you're typing something, and you're getting an answer. And that answer is something you have to do work yourself. So if you are wanting to do some presentation, you're going on ChatGPT's interface, you're writing, create a presentation slide content for me. The presentation slides content was created, and you are copying that content and taking it to Microsoft PowerPoint or any document and pasting it. So the work is something you were doing till 2025, when the AI agents towards the end of 2025 did not gain importance. But in 2026 today, if you just say, I want a presentation to be made, and the outcome is that it should be looking fantastic, there are some success criteria you give, then AI agents will do the work for you. And I will show you which are the AI agent tools which you should definitely try it out today. So this is how the Spark in 2022 launched. The formula people were learning was prompt engineering, which is something still very important today, but not the only thing which is important today. Prompt engineering has evolved into context engineering, or giving more valuable background information for AI to work on your task. And there is now a shift which is happening, that from chat, we are observing the AI agents doing the work for you, and that is, they are taking action. So agents do the work, and these agents are some of the new tools which are come in the market, called as Claude Cowork, Claude Code, OpenAI Codex, and Hermes agent. These are some of the important AI agents which are actually going to do work for you. So remember this: chat gives you answers, agents give you outcome. This is the shift that changes everything about how you use AI in 2026. Now remember one thing: AI is, the chat is still important, prompting is still important, but if you are actually a knowledge worker, if you are actually wanting to create some deliverable, if you want to get some output out of the AI, then you have to have a different mindset of using agents like Claude Code, Claude Cowork, which is a model from the company Anthropic, and Codex, which is a model from the company ChatGPT, OpenAI. And there is open source agents, which is something you can also use, like OpenClaw and Hermes agent, which is what we will be creating regular such kind of webinars and cohorts as well as courses for giving you the complete picture out of it. So now this is something I wanted to make it very, very clear what we were doing in the chat interfaces till now. You all might have done the same thing. You are opening either a free AI tool like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or Perplexity, DeepSeek, or Kimi. You type a prompt or a request or an input. You read the output which has come from the AI tool, and you don't know whether it is right or wrong, because there is a term called as hallucination, which you might probably want to kind of make sure you understand deeply, that AI can come up with confidently wrong answer. So it is not 100% as a technology AI can give you every time right answer. It is also dependent upon your ability or your critical thinking to identify any prompt output which you are getting, whether it is right or wrong, that you have to identify. So don't copy paste directly any answer coming from AI tool without checking, without identifying if there is any mistake. And then only once you are 100% sure that okay, this is the right answer, if once I have identified that this answer is correct, where you are in the loop, human in the loop, then take it to your final output or maybe production stage. But at the same time, remember this term is called as prompt lottery. That is, you are dependent upon the AI to give you answer by regularly changing your prompt, or adding some more words or sentences in your prompts to make sure that the next answer which is AI is giving sometimes can be much more better than the initial answer. So for making sure that you are not stuck in this prompt lottery and wasting your valuable time, there is a secret which everyone now needs to understand: how AI models have become powerful. So that secret is nothing but you can consistently get high quality outputs from any AI tool if you do these three things, the three pillars which I'll be showing you today. One is giving, one is, the first is identity, who the AI is for you; context, what it needs to know; and success criteria or standards, what good looks like. This is something we are going to now go ahead and look in the coming slide. The takeaway is very, very clear. Your results feel random when every conversation starts from a blank state. Your results become predictable when every conversation starts from a foundation. Remember, if you want every answer to be very, very predictable, that this is something I want to use in my work, then just don't open a prompt lottery. Otherwise, you will always be guessing the answer. But go ahead and build these three pillars or a foundation so that you can always get predictable or high quality outputs from any AI tool. Whether it's a free AI tool also, you will get high quality answer. Now, the first mindset shift I wanted to make sure that you understand, which is something I have developed. There is no research paper or there is nothing in the industry someone has told that this you have to follow. This is something in the AI age, anyone can be a researcher. You just have to experiment. You have to get feedback from the community. You have to understand whether there is a better way to use AI or get high quality output. For me, I did my own research. I did a lot of boot camps, over 60 plus boot camps in last 1 year, and I've spoken to all kind of audiences, whether it's students, whether it's teachers, whether it is business leaders, whether it is kind of managers. And this is one problem every bootcamp I used to understand, that why I'm not able to give the correct intent or scenario which is there in my head in a correct way in a prompt or whatever input you're getting. I just coined a term called as thought engineering. Again, engineering here is just making sure you're giving a precise shape to your question or a prompt which you're putting in an AI tool. Like I said, before you talk to AI, talk to yourself. What does that mean? Turning a messy thought. See, when in a brain, the thoughts does not come in a linear way. Sometimes a different thought comes, sometimes you have multiple questions in your head. So every time your brain works in a different secretive fashion. But what one thing is clear is that everyone has messy thoughts. If there is one topic you are not having confidence or you're not understanding it, these kind of messy thoughts can be raw ideas or cluttered mind or scattered thoughts or unclear question. What you need to do using this mindset shift of thought engineering is turn your messy thought into a clear curiosity question before you start any prompt. If currently, if you are using opening your any AI tool and writing a prompt, stop now. First, do this mindset shift that whatever task you have in your mind for which you are opening an AI tool to solve it for you or do it for you, you need to make sure that you give it in a correct fashion to an AI tool so that it understands and gives you high quality output. For that, you need to come up with your thoughts, dump it into an AI tool, and get a curiosity question, which is what you will then identify. Yes, this is what I had in my head, and now this question is ready for the as a prompt to be given to an AI tool. Now, what this messy thought, raw idea, scattered or unclear thought, convert into a thought engineering concept like shape the thought, ask better question, add clarity and focus, and create a clear curiosity question that is a focused, purposeful question ready for AI. Remember, engineering here doesn't mean robots. It means giving your thoughts a shape it didn't have before. Now, let me show you again this concept which I told you. LLMs cannot read your mind, but you can learn to read your own thoughts. Whatever intent or whatever thought exists in your head, if it doesn't make into your messages or your prompt clearly, the AI model will fill the gap for you with its best guess. And the best guess is not going to be helping you in coming out with high quality answer. That's why you need to kind of first make sure that you find out what is something in your head. You can probably make that raw idea into a proper question before you then give it to an AI tool. And how do you actually do that? We are now going to say it. Now, before that, I just wanted to give you one more underrated use case of AI. So currently, I have seen people opening an AI tool like ChatGPT on mobile or on desktop or on computers, and they start writing on the chat box when there is a blinking cursor. But I found that rather than writing, if you speak to an AI tool, you are able to give more background information or more context to an AI tool, because more than writing, the voice is faster of getting our thoughts into our AI chat box. What we can do here is that we can use this concept of voice prompting. Dump whatever is in your head and turn the mental fog into clear curiosity question before any prompting begins. Speak your uncluttered thoughts, don't type it. This concept is something going to help you. Just open ChatGPT. I will give you two methods. One, there is already a microphone button on all AI tool, whether it's a ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and that is even for free plan. There is a microphone button. Just click on it and start speaking what you are going to write earlier. The moment you start speaking, the more information comes to your head, and it is something you, when you're speaking, it will be captured fully by the AI tool as a text. So it is like a speech to text technology. You are speaking, the AI is converting into a text, and then you can just click on enter, and that same text which earlier you had to write or type is now something you're getting quickly, getting an answer from an AI tool, because you could convert your thoughts into a text as a prompt and press enter to get that answer. This is one free tool, that is microphone button on all AI tool. Second, there is a very, very powerful tool called as Whisper Flow, WISPER PR Flow. It is also sometimes, I think it's a freemium tool, free messages you can get. And there is then again the paid tool where you can open it on any AI tool and just start speaking. And it is something can capture your raw thoughts and convert into a text. And you can use that text as a prompt for any AI tool. That is Whisper Flow, which is something I would want you to understand here. Now, I just wanted to show you this particular prompt right now. Let me just quickly open my ChatGPT and Claude. Is my screen visible? Can you confirm? I just want to show you right now one thing, that how do I bring this concept of thought engineering into reality. I have created a prompt for you here. What you need to do is that I will just read out that prompt for you. You can copy paste this prompt into any AI, and then at the end, I have created a placeholder. This placeholder is nothing but where you can paste your thoughts, whether you are speaking in Hindi, whether you are speaking in English, even if you are speaking incomplete, emotional, mixed language, anything you can do and paste in this particular prompt, and you will start to get high quality output, even if you didn't know anything about prompting or prompt engineering, as the first mindset shift. What happens is that your messy thoughts, AI helps extract intent. AI asks clarifying questions to you, and AI rewrites your question, and then AI answer. I'll give you this one particular story here. So, what is the pre-prompt? Before you even use any AI tool to get the answer, you have to first create a very, very high quality question, which is something you can do it with the help of this particular prompt. I have a messy thought in my head. I know something, but I cannot say it clearly. Your job is not to answer it. Your job is to do what Socrates brought a philosophy called as Socrates. In 2500 years ago, there was a philosopher, you might have all heard his name on your textbook, Socrates. What he used to do was that he didn't give answer. He used to ask a lot of questions to improve the answer. This is the concept which I've used here. Your job is to do what Socrates did. Ask questions before giving answer. Surface what I actually mean before rushing to solve anything. Treat my input as raw mental signal, not a finished question, not a prompt. I may know what I mean internally, but I'm failing to express it clearly. Your task is to help me convert that inner signal into one clear curiosity question, something honest and specific that I actually want to understand. Follow this process exactly. Do not skip ahead. Do not answer until I confirm. This prompt is something I have created after a lot of iteration. You can use this as a base prompt and add your own, create your own, modify your own. There is no stopping anyone from that. But at least now with this particular prompt of thought engineering, you are able to come up with a very good question, which is something has all the gaps filled, all the blind spot or something which you are not able to think in a particular structure, and AI will now understand it much more better. Step number one, we are telling AI, read the signal, not the words. That is, read what I have written and identify what I seem to be interested in or worried about, what emotion or confusion is underneath it, what outcome I probably want, what I don't yet know that I need to know, what is blocking me from expressing this clearly. Do not clean up my words yet. Understand first, like a good Socratic teacher would. Then, step number two is reflect back what you have heard. In 2 or 3 lines only, tell me what you think I'm actually trying to figure out, not the words I used, what is underneath them. This is the Socratic mirror. Show me my own thought more clearly than I could show it myself. Step number three, ask me up to 3 clarifying questions. Now, this is a very important point here because AI, I said, cannot read your mind. Even if it is giving you the answer, it is doing based on the guess. It is guessing based on you. To make sure that you reduce that guess gap, let AI ask you or interview you. When AI is interviewing you or asking you a question, you give more information about what missing thing AI is not able to understand. And that way, the prompt will be much more better in the later stages. This is the most important Socratic step. Before giving me any version of my question, if anything is still unclear, ask me, but follow this rule exactly. Do not ask broad questions. Can you clarify? Ask only high leverage questions that cut to the core of my core intent. give me multiple choice option whenever possible so I can answer in one click. Maximum 3 questions, no more. If you are already confident about my intent from step 1 and 2, skip this step and go directly into step 4. This is exactly what Socrates did, not random question, but the precise question that exposes the assumption underneath everything else. Step number 4, give me 3 possible curiosity questions. This is where AI will now give you the final 3 multiple curiosity question, out of which you can select whatever is the best according to what was there in your earlier mind or head or thoughts. This is step number 4. Step number 5 is recommend one and check. AI will give you the one question which is, I think, based on the confidence score, it is giving you the out of 3 best one. You can then probably see whether it's good or bad for you, and you can modify that also. Now, recommend one and check. Tell me which of the 3 best captures what I'm after and why. Then ask me only this: is this close to what you want, or should we adjust it? Stop here, do not go further until I confirm. Once I confirm my curiosity question, I will use that as my starting point for the next step. So here what I'll do is that I'll just copy this particular complete prompt for you. I'll just copy till here. If I'm able to kind of do it right now, let me just copy this. Yes. So if I'm copying this, I'm going to ChatGPT. This is the normal ChatGPT which we are using from 2022. I am also showing you in that same chat interface. This is for someone who is just starting out new in the AI age, or who is just using ChatGPT or any AI tool. You can have your mindset shift first by making sure you can give a high quality question for AI to give you high quality answers. If I paste this particular thing, this is already pasted. Now, last thing which I have to give as an input is my messy thought. So you have to paste here whatever is thought in my mind. Let me just remove this and I'll write my own thought. I am confused about where exactly AI is moving in 2026. Whatever comes to your mind. I just want to show you quickly. Then there is this model which you are already selected. So if you are in a paid version or free version, you will get a recent model they have introduced is GPT 5.5. So I've opened ChatGPT and this is my paid plan. So I have got all the features activated. But if you are on the free plan also, you can still use this and get high quality output. You don't have to worry on that. You just have to make sure that you have selected the model. In the free use case, I think the model is already selected as GPT 5.5 instant one. But I will go ahead and just go quickly do the instant one here and press enter. Once I'm doing the enter here, whatever step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I had put in my prompt in the pre-prompt or the thought engineering stage, it is reading the same thing. For example, reading the signal, not the word. What you seem interested in understanding the direction of AI, not just today's tools or headline, seeing the bigger pattern behind what is happening in 2026, what confusion may be under. So this is step number 1. Step number 2, it sounds like you're not asking for AI news. You're trying to understand the deeper trajectory behind all the activity in AI and figure. So this is step number 2, which is Socratic mirror. Step number 3, it asking me clarifying question. When you say, so if AI is also now not able to understand exactly what I wanted to ask in that one line, because I just gave one line. And today, probably 90% people who are just starting out will give one liner or maybe use it like Google search by putting keywords, which is not the right way of using AI tool. You have to give it a lot of information which is relevant to the task or the questions you are asking AI to give you output for. In this case, AI is asking me question. I have to give the 3 answer here. Then the 3 possible curiosity question it is giving me is version 1 is, where is AI actually heading beyond a daily news hype? What are the major forces shaping the direction of AI in 2026 and what do they suggest about the next few years? And version number 3, when I look past new models, agents and AI products, what underlying trend best explains where AI is moving and why? Now remember one thing. What did I give as a question? If you see, my messy thought was I just gave, I'm confused about where exactly AI is moving in 2026. But it made it very, very nice as a curiosity question by giving me 3 options. I like this one. I think this was something in my mind, but I was not able to write it in the form of a question. So this prompt has converted my raw idea or messy thought into an actual curiosity question, which it can still improve if I answer this 3 clarifying question, which I can do it later, not right now. But this question I liked. When I look past new models, this is, I think, very much suited for what I wanted the AI tool to give me answer. So it has recommended version 3. Version 3 seems closest to the signal underneath your sentence. Why? Because your wording doesn't sound like you're asking for a forecast. It sounds like you're trying to find the underlying pattern that makes sense. This is what is asking the final question. Is this close to what you mean, or should we adjust it? So if you think you need to adjust, then give the answer to this 3 question. If you think this is good, I think I will go with version 3. I will go with version 3. And let's see what AI will give us in the next answer. Great. So it has created that final curiosity question. This is something I should be now putting it as a prompt inside ChatGPT, not that initial thought wise I am confused where AI is going. That was still a good input text, but it was something not going to give AI important information about what to give as a high quality output. It was guessing. We are trying to remove the guess part or reduce that guess part to as small as possible by using this thought engineering concept. And this is what I have been giving it to my students or the participants when I am going into workshop now. And they have given me the important testimonial that this is a fantastic way now they can get high quality thoughts or questions which was something there in their head, but they were not able to give the right words or the English wording. Because see, not everyone is fluent in English today, and that should not be the problem to use AI. If someone's English is not good, or even if they are not from English medium school, or English is not their first language, you don't have to worry about that. Just go ahead and use this thought prompt engineering concept, write whatever is there in your mind, and it will convert into a very good question, which is then you can copy and paste into a new chat window and get a high quality output. Now, the second thing, this is something I wrote as a prompt with my own hand. The second thing I told was voice prompting. That is, there is this microphone button here. Just click on this and start speaking. Hey, I am not able to understand where AI is going in 2026. Please help. So once you've spoken, just click on this right click checkbox, and it will then see, if you see whatever speech I was giving, it has converted into a text. And I just will remove this because I was speaking. Then click enter here, and then it's starting to give you the answer. Similarly, I have also activated this important whisper flow, which is a freemium tool, much more better than this microphone button. I have just click on, once you sign up to whisper flow, you will get this kind of an icon on your desktop, or you can just click on this. Once you click here, control window, it will start showing you this particular message that it is activated. Something like that. Let me just click here quickly. So I'm clicking here as a blinking cursor. If you see, it is there in the chat box. You have to first put your cursor inside the chat box so that it knows where it has to paste. Then in my Windows laptop, the shortcut is Control and Windows button. It is whisper flow is getting activated. And then you can just speak just like you are doing with the dictation one. So this is how you can start using the voice prompting also, if you don't want to use this particular writing the prompts with your own hand. Now, this shift is what thought engineering to context engineering bridge I have created as an infographic here, which will make it very, very clear. The second shift we are going ahead. The thought engineering was that if you are not able to come up with the right question or the right input, which is there in your mind in a way as a question or as a right input or a high quality input, the output will also not be good. So with thought engineering now, at least you're getting a very good question or a input or a task created, which AI will give you high quality answer, even if it is a free tool, even if you are using old models, or even if you are using different kind of AI models from say China or from India. All these models at least will now give you a high quality output, because it is understanding your intent. What you're asking is now very clear to the AI. But now AI has moved, I said, from 2022 onwards. In 2025, this prompt engineering evolved into a concept called as context engineering. Context engineering was the term coined by Andrew Karpathy. Like I said, he said that forget about prompt tricks, prompt hacks. people were doing all kinds of one-liner tips or tricks, like I will give you $200 if you give me a high quality answer. So this was also a prompt trick people were using in 2023 to get high quality output from any AI tool. But with context engineering concept introduced by Andrew and supported by the AI experts on globally, what does this mean is that you know now what to ask. With the thought engineering, we are able to now create a very good question which I know I can ask an AI to get high quality answer, but AI still doesn't know who's asking. I can be an Fortune 500 CEO, you can be a teacher, someone else can be a manager. But if you open any AI tool, it is not knowing anything about you. What do you like? How do you do the work? What is the background information for the task which you are asking a question for AI? All this thing again is going to give you very mediocre answer or average answer, and that's where context engineering or background relevant background information about the question, if you are able to give to an AI tool, it will come up with high quality answer. This is what the second mindset shift I want you to take away from here is called as context engineering, which is nothing but AI is only as good as what you tell it about you. What it means, today the models are getting very very powerful. You don't have to explain each and everything to it, it will understand. But still it cannot learn from your mind, it does not know what is happening in your mind, it cannot capture your intent if you are not giving it, front loading it by yourself. What does this mean is, again, giving a frontier model everything it needs to know about your situation. It produces work that's actually relevant to you, not the average person asking the same question to you specifically. Prompting till 2025, before context engineering gained ground, prompting means what should I say to the model? And people were using one liner keywords, using like Google search bar, and they were getting maybe mediocre or average answer. But context engineering improves this by using this particular phenomena called as what does the model need to know to do this job well. If I am ChatGPT as a model, if I want Sushant to give me the complete picture about what task he is writing on my chat box, then I'll able to give you a high quality output. That is what the context engineering is saying here. What does the model or AI tool need to know to do the job well? Do the job well means to give you high quality answer. For here, you are, if you have seen in internet or any courses on YouTube, if you have taken, you might have heard this role prompting, like give a role, context, this example, constraint, and all those things. People are already telling how to write a good prompt, which is something still very very valuable even in 2026. But it is not the only thing which is going to matter going forward. Writing a prompt is just the first step if you want to use AI as your chatbot, or if you want to use AI as your thinking partner for writing, maybe for summarizing, for writing emails, for doing some research, for asking question. That chat interface is still very important. But like I said, in 2026, if you want to actually know where AI is heading, AI is heading in an area called as agentic AI, or AI agent, which does the work for you. Not only it gives you answer, but it will do the work for you. That is what the third mindset shift I will be doing in the later slides. What does this exactly means? When you open any chat interface, like for example, this is a new chat interface of Claude which I'm opening. Claude does not know who is in front of him or her. I may be writing, I want to write an email, for example, but it does not know who is Sushant, because I've never explained earlier, or probably even if you have given some understanding about yourself, about how you work or how you write email as context earlier, it will forget the moment you switch off or you come out of your session. That's why the context engineering here means not only you are giving the relevant information to AI every time, but there is now mechanisms available on AI tools like project, like custom instructions, like markdown files, which you can just give it or upload it once on any AI tool, and every time going forward, it knows who Sushant is and give answer according to how I want the answer. That is what the second phenomena in context engineering I'll be taking you in the next slides. Every new chat session starts with a complete stranger. Chat GPT, Claude, Gemini, every time you open a new chat, the model forgets almost nothing about you, remembers nothing about you. We need to understand what the model doesn't know about you: your values, goals, and priorities, what you admire, your good average task like or ways, your communication style and voice, your ways you are already tried, your constraints and non-negotiable, the real purpose behind the request. And if it does not know this, which is the rich background information or context, then the model defaults to the most average person asking that question, and it merges midpoint, middle of the road, which produces mediocre result for you. So that's why if you want to get high quality output from any AI tool, writing a relevant context in your input prompt is now a mandatory requirement, even if you're using a free tool like ChatGPT or even a paid tool, which is a chat interface, be it Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Perplexity, any tool you're using. If you want to get high quality output from a chat interface in 2026, you cannot just be dependent on writing one liner prompt. You have to understand this concept called as context engineering, and I will show it with the help of a practical prompt template for you. This is the context engineering prompt which I have created, and this depends on three pillars I have identified. If you want to give the rich background information to AI, many people will say, what is the background information I have to give? I don't know. This is also a big gap, because we all say that prompt engineering is moving to context engineering, right? Give a good context, give a good background information, but many people will be giving either too much information or just give it little information. So that itself a misbalance of what is exactly a context requires for AI to come up with a high quality output. I did some research and find out that if we are using these three pillars and are creating these three pillars for ourselves as a one time activity, we can get high quality output from any AI tool, whether it's a free chat GPT account or a paid tool, or even AI agents in 2026 will be requiring this kind of pillars, which is named as a concept called as skills, agent skills. Most people skip this entirely. Identity: tell AI who it is, not who you are, who it is. So you have to tell AI that you are this. That is a concept called as role prompting. What we can do is here is that most people skip this entirely. They open a chat window and type their request as if they are talking to a generic assistant. But a generic assistant gives generic answer. The moment you tell AI who it is for your work, its expertise level, its assumptions about you, its quality bar, everything it produces gets calibrated to your actual situation. This is a single highest leverage change you can make. One paragraph written once changes every output you receive. What you can do is that you can just use this template, like you are a specific expert role. Just write any role which you might have been writing, like you are an expert founder, or you're an expert researcher with deep experience in your field of domain. I've just put a placeholder and variables here. You can fill your own information. You work with, again, a placeholder is describe yourself, your role, your level, your context. You're working with me, just like you're telling to AI, you are working with me who is a researcher. Something like information you can add in this particular variable and placeholder. You understand that you can also write one insight about your work that a generic assistant would miss. When you produce work for me, you always must, most important quality standard, be specific, not vague, and you never the one thing that consistently ruins output for you. This is the template, but I've given a ready-made example here, so I'll just copy this. You are a senior B2B sales communication expert with deep experience helping sales team in Indian technology and service company. You work with sales professional like me who manages 15 account. You understand the Indian B2B respond to relationship. When you produce work for me, you always make it sound like a senior colleague talking, not a marketing brochure. You will never write more than once. Just all this information, I have exactly written it for my case. Just let me take this. Let me copy this. I'll go to Chat GPT again, a new chat window. I'll paste this and I'll just click enter. This is now the responses coming from AI, because it has understood going forward it will be writing as a senior B2B sales colleague, because I've given AI that AI is a B2B sales communication expert in this chat session. Because when we open a new chat window and we close it, that entire message is only limited to that chat session, not to different chat messages, until and unless you activate a feature called as memory inside your settings, which is something we'll discuss later. Memory is whatever you are writing and whatever you're trying to save as a memory, as an important activity for AI to remember for your future output. It will remember and it will add more context automatically into your output. That memory is there as a feature for both paid user and free user in all AI tools today, whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. Everyone has now a feature called as memory inside the settings. In personalization, if you go here, there is this concept called as let me just open memory. If you see here memory, you have to click, just first click on this, enable the memory, and then once it is enabled, you can just write like this: save this as a memory for me. And what it will do is that you will get a message on the top that memory is saved, something like that. So you say memory updated. Now anytime you are wanting to write similar kind of an mail or input, it will automatically take that memory from its settings and just add it to your output to make it much more better. So this is a memory feature you have to always use, so that you can actually let the AI know who you are and how do you work, so that it is not guessing anymore. Second pillar is about context. That is the relevant information or background information which we discuss in the mindset shift. Give AI the minimum it needs to do excellent work, not the maximum it can handle. There is a difference between the context required to understand a task and the context required to do the task excellently. Most people give the first, the right move is to give the second. So context, we have 4 situations I have created here. My situation, so what you're working right now. My audience, who will read your output. So AI should know for whom you're creating, who is your audience, your goal or the task for which you have come to an AI tool to do some work. What is the limitation or the constant you want the AI not to do in the answer? And finally, the task, exactly what you need to do, AI should do for you. So again, there is a example I've clicked here. Let me just open it inside Claude now. So Claude is again similar inside Claude. If you see, there is a button called as chat. This is something which was already there from 2023 when Claude was activated. But if you see these 2 tabs, co-work and code, these are the AI agents or agentic architecture which Claude is offering for you to kind of get the work done from AI rather than just getting an answer. So if I paste here the same thing, let me just go to the most cheapest model here so that quickly I can get the answer. And I'll go with the not the extended, instant one. So I click enter here. And if you see here, this is the context you are giving it to an AI to understand about your relevant background information for any task which you're coming to do inside an AI tool. So this is the second pillar. So it is now giving you the better kind of answer based upon the prompt you have created. So the prompt was, here is the what you need to know about to do this task well. My situation, I'm a marketing manager. My audience, working professional, age 20 to 30. My goal, I need a campaign brief. My constant must include channel strategy. And the task is write a campaign brief for this launch that I can present to my VP. So this was the second pillar I have given to AI. And the third and the most important pillar is, after context, is success criteria or examples you need to make the AI understand what good looks like. So if you tell, or if you want to get a good output from an AI tool, you should be giving the definition of good to AI. AI does not know what is good or bad. It just is a pattern matching, or it gives you the next word based on the tokens, next word token prediction or word prediction. It is not having any emotion. It does not have human kind of judgment or empathy. That's why don't just depend on the answer coming from an AI tool automatically. Just get that answer, check whether it's having some hallucination problem, whether there is some biasness, even if there is some wrong information in the answer, and then give the information back to AI saying that this is something you have made wrong. and this is the example I want you to follow for getting the answer right in the next stage. So this is what success criteria, or you can say as professional gold standard is all about. Tell AI what done looks like before you ask for the output. This is the pillar almost everyone skips, and the one that produces the biggest jump in quality when you add it. So what will be the template I've created here? This is starting like this. Before you give me any output, define success first and check against it. My success criteria is this, and what failure looks like. So remember, when you give a good example, you also should give a bad example also to AI, so that it can now understand what is the difference between good and bad. So if you are just giving all good example, AI will have a biasness that it is always going to give you answer which is coming in that good background. But if you give or make it understand that this is the bad example, like having a lot of spelling mistake or completely wrong factual information, that it can then identify the, okay, this is good example, this is bad example, and then it understand not to follow the bad, and always on kind of make sure that it understands your criteria based on the good and bad example or the failure you have already explained to the AI tool. So you can also write the last line like self check before showing me. Does this output meet all the three success criteria? Does it contain anything from the failure list? If either answer is yes, then rewrite it first, show me. So I can just click again this same prompt. I will go again to prompt Claude. Let me go to Claude again. See here, it has given me the answer also. Let me go again to Claude. Paste this. Go for enter. So these are three different pillars. If you are giving it to AI in one single chat message, it is always going to give you high quality output, because you are not allowing AI to guess anymore, but making it predictable based on you explaining your situation in a much more clear fashion to AI. So I was just showing you one single prompt at a time of these pillars, but I would always want that the complete foundation, that is all three pillars together, you should be giving it to AI. That is, you should be copying all these three prompt template, make that changes, and then give it these three different prompts inside one chat window and give your task. Then it will read all your three pillars and then the task you have given, and then give you high quality output. So remember, in today's time, even if you're using chat interfaces and you want to get high quality output even from a free AI tool, if you follow this context engineering principle of three pillars which I've told you today, that is identity, context, and success criteria, and put this as foundational information to any AI tool, then it is always going to give you high quality output no matter which AI tool you are using. So the old thinking was, I have a task, I type a task, the model gives me answer, I judge the answer hoping for the best. This was still prompt engineering people were doing, or still they are doing. But today the new thinking is outcome engineering. You have a task, but you define the outcome, that I want this to happen. So if you tell the outcome to an AI, it is now in a better position to understand, okay, this is what high quality output means for the user. So you always tell to the AI, I decide information what the model needs in the form of context. I define how the answer should be structured, output format. I decide what counts as success, examples, you give it bad and good example. I check the result against the standard or the success criteria, and then I iterate, I don't start. Or that means when you are getting an answer for the first time from an AI tool, don't stop there. The first answer is not always the good answer from any AI tool. You do iteration or to and fro discussion. Once you have got an answer, write something like, probably make some changes to this answer, then it will give you second answer. Do this iteration to and fro till the time you feel that now the answer has become improved. Because most of the time I've found in the industry that people are taking the first answer as the final answer from an AI tool, which is not the right way. That's why I today have created some new rules to follow in 2026. Most people prompt, they are like texting a friend. Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, these are systems that respond to structure. The better your structure, the better your output. So for example, the first rule, remember, give lot of context. Context beats prompting or cleverness. Second, limitation of background, this boundaries or constant, sharpen the answer. Tell AI what to avoid. No hype, no jargon, no fake facts, no wrong turn. When you say this is something I don't want, it will come up with a much more better answer. Define what good means. AI cannot hit a target you never describe. Give success criteria before judging the answer. One ask at a time. 5 requests create 5 average output. One clear request creates a stronger result. Remember, if you're opening a chat box and you're giving 5 different questions in that same chat box, the AI will also get confused. So only use one task at a time in one chat window. That is the kind of a thumb rule you have to remember. Iterate, do not restart. A weak answer is not a failure, it is feedback. Tell AI what to keep, change, and remove. And your first input can be messy. You do not need to need the perfect prompt to begin. Start with your rough thought and ask AI to clarify it. And finally, your first output is never final. Draft one is the raw material. Check it, challenge it, improve it, and use it. Bottom line, better AI use is not magic prompting. It is reducing guesswork with context, constraint, criteria, iteration, and judgment. Now, this is 3 things, the context files which you have created. This is again a manual activity. Whatever we are doing is still writing the 3 pillars: identity, context, and success criteria by manually. Now there is a way you can get it done, created automatically with a concept called as context file. This context file is something very, very popular in a tool called as Claude. So remember one thing, in 2026, Claude is the one tool everyone should start practicing or start understanding how it works, because every Fortune 500 company, every business, whether it is TCS, whether it is Boeing, whether it's Microsoft, they are using Claude like no other tool. So if you are not having the understanding about Claude in the first place, trust me, you're already losing the kind of advantage people who are already starting their journey from today with Claude will have. So remember one thing, ChatGPT is still a best tool if you are already using, but Claude today, because of the AI agents benefit it is giving, you can get the work done. And that's what the industry is looking for, getting the work done with an AI tool, not just getting an answer, which Claude co-work and Claude Code is able to do it today, which is something also OpenAI's Codex. This is the AI agent of OpenAI, the competitor of Claude Code or Claude Co-work from OpenAI's Codex, which is also going to give it to you. So you have both options. Start with Claude Co-work, Claude Code, or OpenAI Codex. But these are the agents you should be knowing to make sure that you are able to get the best work done with any AI tool. That is possible with the help of the context file, which is something Claude can create for you. But the disadvantage with Claude is that your free plan will not give you the co-work or this Claude Code, which is an AI agent. You have to go for the premium plan, which is starting from $20 per month. That's why I will encourage that if you want to make one investment in your learning journey in AI today, start your investment with Claude $20, because even if the payment looks high, the value it will give it to your career, to your professional research or your learning is nothing which is seen in any other AI tool. So I will encourage everyone to start looking into more into Claude. If you've already started with ChatGPT, it's still a fantastic tool for research, for brainstorming, for ideation. But if you want to get a work done, which is what the industry wants today, then Claude is the one tool which everyone has to get their hands dirty going forward. Then I just wanted to kind of take you to the third mindset shift, which is agentic AI. Like I said, we started with thought engineering. My mindset shift number 1. We went to context engineering, which is mindset shift number 2. And this is what 2026 AI is moving into, an agentic AI or an AI agent era, where you stop asking AI and start delegating to it. You start giving it work, you start giving it outcome, you start giving it responsibility, and it will do the work for you. So what it is, a model that can decide steps, use tools, and work in a loop towards a goal until the work is done. An AI agent will do the complete work for you if you're able to give the correct responsibility or the goal to it. What changes? You stop giving AI instruction, you start giving AI outcomes. The agent figures out the how. And who is it for? You don't need to build an agent to benefit from one. You need to know how to delegate or brief one. Which are the AI agent tools available today if you want to start learning? This is Claude Co-work. Like I said, if you go to Claude, this tool Claude Co-work looks like this. This is again similar to ChatGPT interface, but this is actually making a folder on your laptop and giving the access of that folder to Claude agent, and it will do the work for you and save that output inside that folders, whether it is on your desktop or your document folder. This is what an AI agent from Claude is going to help you do it for you. Similarly, for software developer or for someone who are into technical sphere, Claude has brought this concept called as Claude Code. But even a non-technical person can use Claude Code for the benefit. But since you have to begin a step in an AI agent, I will encourage to start with Claude Co-work, because this is how you can get the work done even if you're a non-technical person who has not written a single line of code. This is what an AI agent or agentic AI is all about. And what, in a simple definition, if you want to remember an AI agent shift in 2026, you need to do is stop asking AI, start delegating to it. This is what the AI agent concept is all about. And you can get multiple step work done by Claude Cowork or Claude Code or even OpenAI Codex or this open source AI agents like Hermes agent or OpenClaw. But that is a different ball game. You have to have some technical understanding also. But the simplest AI agent you can start today is either Claude Cowork or OpenAI's Codex, and get a actual real world understanding of how an AI agent does the work for you. This is something. Claude Chat is where you think with Claude. Claude Cowork is where Claude works with your stuff. ChatGPT, again, chat interfaces is good for ideas, learning, rewriting, brainstorming, quick questions, thinking through a topic. But Cowork or Codex from OpenAI is good for reading folders, creating files, checking your calendar, drafting your email history, using Google Drive, working with Slack, reviewing contracts, building spreadsheet, preparing brief, running scheduled tasks, or turning your messy work into a finished output. So this is something the old way of was asking. Now in 2026, with an AI agent, the new way is handing off. You hand off your goal or responsibility or an outcome to an AI agent like Claude Cowork or Claude Code or OpenAI Codex, and it will do the work for you by understanding a concept called as skills. That is the three pillars which we discussed in context engineering, that can be converted into an agent skill, which is something you can upload into Claude Cowork for once, and it will understand and start doing the work for you. So Claude Cowork is designed for a different mode of work. Instead of bringing everything into a chat thread, you point Claude at the workspace where the work already lives: local folders, project files, connected tools, email, calendars, Slack, Google Drive, and other apps. This changes the interaction from prompting to delegation. The goal is no longer only to get a response from AI tool. The goal is to define a finished deliverable, give Cowork the right context, set clear boundaries, and let it execute the work. So this is how Claude Cowork can actually do the work for you. I will show you one small kind of demo here inside Claude Cowork. I'll just click here, this particular raw task, that is research competitors for Tesla and make a summary for my team. So I'm not asking an answer from AI. I'm telling it to research and create a document for it. So for that, I'm already in Cowork. I have started a new task. I'm actually giving it a folder. I've made a folder on my document, and I will give the access of allow, so that make sure that AI agent is not fully autonomous. It can also delete something for you, which is very important. So always have your judgment and let the AI ask permission for you, so that it does not do something wrong which you did not want it to do. I'll just click here, paste. That is research competitors for Tesla and make a summary for my team. I click enter here. So it is not going to give me an answer. If you see here, very, very focused manner, it is now actually setting a progress bar. That is the 3 tasks it has actually created for itself to do the work for me. So the first thing it has asked me is, what format should the summary be in? I will say maybe Word document. Just then the second question it is asking me, which competitive angles matter to your team? I'll say maybe market share and financials. Then I'll just click enter, because see what Cowork is doing is that it is an AI agent which is discussing with you, so that it gets a lot of important information which it does not want to guess. And when you give this information to the agent, it will then again continue with its progress and start giving you the final deliverable. So here I'm not asking a question. I'm not asking an answer from agent. I am telling, do the work for me and create a Word document, which is a report for the competitor intelligence of Tesla as a summary report. So let me see, it will take, I think, a couple of minutes, because it is doing all the activities what humans are doing, like researching the internet. If you see here, it has searched the web, it is using the tool, that is any tool, whether it is internet or whether it is any kind of financial website from which it wants to get the information. Just like how a human researcher would do, the AI agent is actually doing the work for us. So then you don't have to do anything here, just wait for some time. Till here, if you see, it is still activated. Once it stops, that means your work is finished. Sometimes it can also take 20 minutes to 1 hour to even 10 hours, depending upon how much complicated work you have given to the agent to do, and also depends upon how much tokens your plan has. So $20 plan, if it is too heavy work you have asked agent to do, it will immediately give you the error message that your token is finished, come back after 5 hours. So it is, again, you have to start practicing a small kind of activities in co-work to see the benefit of how it can actually automate the repetitive mundane work which you are actually spending a lot of time, and save that time to do some important activities like staying close to your customers, having a lot of improvements in your product, rather than doing some data entry work, which is something you can delegate to an AI agent. So what it is now doing is that it is writing the Word document for me. So if you see, the work is still not finished. It is taking a couple of more minutes, but I wanted to show you exactly the final output. If you are having that, just wait for a couple of more minutes with me before we kind of go back to the next session, next slides. Now, what it has done is that it has done, it's running command like the Python commands or running the script on its own. You don't have to give anything. You don't have to be a technical person to kind of work with co-work. You just have to give a very good outcome for an agent. It will do the kind of task bifurcation or the decomposition of the task into subtasks, and it will show you the progress of how each subtask the agent like co-work is doing or completing it for you. And then at the end, it is, if you see, it has completed the first task, that is research Tesla competitor, and second progress bar, it is showing writing Word document. Then I have to go and wait for this to completely finish, and I'll check into my folder. So if you remember what I said in the earlier session, when you're using chat interfaces, you write a prompt, you get an answer, you copy the answer from the chat box to your document. You are doing the manual work. Here, AI agent will actually complete the entire work for you. So see, it has completed the work. It has created this beautiful looking Word document, which a human like me would have taken 2 or 3 hours. Now you have got it within 5 minutes. Now, this is something you don't even have to save from the co-work interface. What I did was that I went ahead and created a folder on my desktop in the documents section. And there is this folder, if you see, this document is already created and saved inside this folder by co-work for me. And this is the same document which you saw right now, which the co-work did it for within 5 minutes. So this is what the benefit of AI agents is. We are doing it for the knowledge workers. If you are having some repetitive mundane work which you want to automate, give it to an AI agent like Claude Co-work if you are a beginner, or use highly sophisticated AI agents like Claude Code or OpenAI Codex to kind of even create app, website, landing pages, or even software for any of your activities going forward. So this is something I wanted to kind of show you, the power of AI agent, and this is the right way of using AI agents today. Prompt engineering still matters, context matters more, but with the AI agent, you can design system. That is what the companies are paying money in 2026. And lastly, again, make sure that you are also following responsible AI. Don't give AI agent full autonomous kind of benefit by not checking its output. Check the output, whether it is coming from a chat interface or an AI agent, whether it is correct, whether it is having some hallucination, whether it's some problems with the answers, the sources which it is giving. And then once you're 100% sure, go ahead and use it in your work. So again, I'm just going towards the fag end of this webinar. The 3 shift which I promised to you in this webinar was something mindset shift you have to do it for yourself. First, get your thoughts very much clear with thought engineering concept before you actually write something as a task for an AI. So before you talk to AI, talk to yourself. Context engineering, AI is only as good as what you tell it about yourself. So give the relevant background information about your task in the form of, say, identity, in the form of context, either in the form of success criteria. And the third mindset shift is in 2026, stop just using chat interfaces, delegate the work to an AI agent by using agentic tools like Claude Cowork, Hermes Agent, OpenAI Codex, or Claude Code, and start delegating the work to it so that you can actually save your time and use that time for important activity. This is something in 2026 will be mattering, because in 2023 you asked AI for answer. Again, in 2026 you give AI responsibility. The only question is whether you are ready to delegate, and that mindset shift is the number one thing which no teaching, no training, no kind of books will give you. You have to start small. You have to start your first step by opening an AI tool and use it in the correct way in 2026 as shown in this particular slides today, and see the kind of benefit it can give to your knowledge also. So in 2023 closing thoughts, we are moving from chat to action. The starting now, you have to kind of make sure that you just don't think from prompt, you think from the point of outcome engineering, that you give AI responsibility. The shift is not from bad prompting to good prompting, it's from chat to action, from answers to outcomes, from you doing the work to AI doing the work for you under your direction. So in 2026, AI is moving from answers to action, but before anyone can use AI agents well, they must first learn how to give AI clear direction, useful context, success criteria, constraints, and human judgment. That is what the first two mindset shift will give you, so that once you are very much confident with the thought engineering and context engineering point of view, your journey towards going into an agentic AI era will be much more smoother. Again, the question I'm giving it back to you, the only question is whether you are ready to delegate. If you're just after this webinar switching off and see, oh, this is not something important to you, trust me, as an AI expert, or as someone who wants to kind of give this benefits to everyone, from, as GyanTaal is all about mission centric approach, we are very much kind of bringing the real world information as what is happening in the recent times. And this mindset shift is actually the correct path or roadmap or blueprint you can follow to actually get the benefits from using AI in the right sense. And if you are not actually believing me, don't believe me, but I want to show you a video right now from one of the most important AI head in the US government, Trump administration, David Sachs. And the thing which he has said in 2026, like I said about Claude, is what you will be listening from the horse's mouth. And if you are able to kind of understand the important context which David Sachs has told in this video, you will start today with this tool called as Claude, and make sure that you are actually entering the AI era in 2026 with using AI agents in the correct manner. So I would request Himanshu to just show this video quickly, 1 minute video to our participants so that they can get this value out of it. But like I said, we have concluded the webinar for today. But what I want to leave today is this important message from one of the most important AI insider inside US government, which is David Sachs. And please listen this carefully so that you know what is the next step you want to do in the coming time.
Marketable skill in the economy right now has got to be, I think the single most marketable skill in the economy right now has got to be proficiency in Claude. If you're going into a firm right now and you're the only one who knows Claude, it would be like you're the only one who knows how to work a spreadsheet or word processor. The advantage would be enormous. Now, I think that that's probably a short-term arbitrage, because eventually everyone's going to have to figure out how to use these tools. But as a young college graduate right now, you have such an advantage if you're an AI native, just knowing how to use these tools. And this thought partially occurred to me when I saw what our producer Nick has been doing with using Claude for, he's been creating this daily briefing document.
We've been doing it for 3 months.
He's running for the first time. Apparently, I didn't know this thing existed. We're busy. Well, I just, I thought it would just be AI slop and it would just kind of give me a roundup of news that I was getting in my X feed anyway. But actually, the thing that was really impressive about it was that it predicted topics that I would specifically be interested in based on my previous comments on the pod. And also, it went back and looked at previous transcripts and what I had said, and then had updates to those topics based on specific things I had said. So again, it was highly, highly contextual. But then I asked Nick, how do you generate that? And he showed me the custom prompt that he designed for Claude and then the skills document. And they were very long and detailed documents. They weren't written in code, but they were very technical. And I just realized looking at that the average person is not going to be able to generate this. I mean, this is why this idea that you're just going to be able to load AI into an organization and it's just magically going to generate value is not true. You have to know how to get value out of it.
Like what David has said, Claude is the number one tool in 2026 if you want to get into the reckoning among the companies, or to kind of get even for freshers jobs in the Fortune 500 companies also. Second important thing is said that you have to learn how to write prompts in the correct manner for an agent. That's what he said. Even if Claude is there in the company, if you don't know how to get value out of it, it will not automatically start. That's why learning about giving the right context or getting to know what kind of information or the question I have to give to an AI agent so that it does the work for me is the most important skill set you have to learn, even if the AI agent is going to do the work for you. If that work is going to be bad, if the outcome or the context you're giving to an agent is not good. This is something I wanted to kind of leave it as a parting thought for you to know that if you one tool you have to make investment or learn in 2026, it's got to be Claude. And the important thing for non-technical professionals is going to be Claude Cowork. Himanshu, I'll request you to kind of start the second poll so that we wanted to understand. We are also, GyanTaal.ai is going to come up with a lot of courses and cohorts as well as webinars on Claude, Claude Cowork, Code, OpenAI, Codex, Perplexity, and all the important AI agent. And we just wanted to make sure that we have the understanding about where you are currently in your journeys to make a custom kind of a program. This is the second poll, which you probably start kind of giving your answer. It will help us to kind of make the best courses for everyone under our mission AI for all. Please go ahead, Himanshu.
I've started the poll.
Okay.
All can just go on the poll section and just cast their votes. Thereafter, we will open the session for Q&A.
Yes, just a last slide I would just wanted to share here.
Sure.
Give me 1 minute, 10 seconds, please. The poll we have, I think, got the answers. The key takeaway from this webinar, the question isn't whether AI will change how you work. That has already been solved. It has already changed the way. That's why you're listening about AI layoff, or maybe people wanting AI native people to be hired. The question is not that. The question is whether you know what your atom is, or the skill underneath your title that survives every shift. That means even if you are a director, even if you are a manager, even if you are a designer, that is of no use in AI agent age today. What will survive today, tomorrow, 10 years from now is what is that one smallest skill which is something AI agents or AI cannot do. That is something you have to develop more and more using AI's help also as a thinking partner, as an agent who can do the work for you. Because see, at the end, AI agent is still a non-living entity. It does not have human judgment. It does not have human taste. It does not have human kind of empathy. That still is the important skill set humans has. But you have to first identify what is the work you are doing currently which can be done by AI. So if that work, if you're identify that AI can do, don't waste your time that, because AI will do the work for you even in next 5 months or 1 year down the line. You have to identify what is that one thing or two thing or three things in your title or your job or your work which you're doing as an employee, as a manager, as a leader, or as a solopreneur, or as a designer, or maybe as a small business owner, as a startup founder. That is something AI cannot do, not today, not 5 years down the line. That identification, that human angle, is something you have to identify first and work upon it parallelly, along with developing the skill set of AI tools or AI technology. That is something is the most important criteria to survive or to kind of gain the advantage in the AI era or the agentic AI era specifically, if you want to tell. I thank everyone again for being a part of this webinar. Your time and the value you have brought by attending this webinar has actually made me kind of confident that there are Gen Z, whether they are millennials, or whether anyone who are wanting to get into a front row seat into an AI will start today whatever they have learned in this webinar and practice and adopt in their work starting from Monday. I thank everyone, you, and now the stage is open for the question answer so that we can quickly take important questions for anyone and have a doubt clearing session. Please go ahead. You can type your questions on the chat box and we can probably answer, or if you want to unmute yourself and probably ask your question for the paucity of time, do that, please.
Guys, you can just any one of you who wants to come on screen and have a one-on-one discussion also can just raise the hand. We will make the participant unmute and bring on video. Any one of you for any questions? Any one of you who has questions can just raise the hand and come in, and we will let the participant unmute and have a discussion. We have a raised hand and then the person has lowered it again. We have a raised hand from Sanjeev Arora ji. So I'll allow you to talk, Sanjeev ji. Now you are unmuted. You can please go ahead.
Please unmute yourself, Sanjeev ji. Your question, please.
Sanjeev ji, you are not connected to audio. Please connect your audio.
Or maybe Himanshu, he can just type his question and we can ask on his behalf.
Yes. Sanjeev ji, there is a question, ask question button coming in the bottom. You can just type in your question and we will able to see that. That time, any one of you has more questions can come in.
Sanjeev ji, your question is ready.
No worries, guys. In case you want to wish to ask any question, we are sharing we have already added you in a WhatsApp community. In that, Mr. Sushant sir is also there, available in that community, in the group. Any of your questions in the upcoming days also, they will be most welcome, and you can share your use cases or any kind of support which you need from us. You can just go ahead in the WhatsApp group and start asking that. So there is a question from Himanshi Girdhar. She's asking, sir, how to make sure that our content is free from plagiarism?
I think fantastic question, because that's where responsible AI is all about in 2026. See, remember one thing, that all these AI tools have been trained on everything on the internet. So it has seen the websites, it has seen the books, whether it's paid books or free books, it has all the information, but it is not giving the copy pasting of that answer. A thing like this, AI is not a database which is retrieving an answer from a source which it has learned and giving you answer. It is generating new answer based on the training it has received. That's why the name generative AI. In your case, first thing you have to remember that even if it is generating new context, even if it is still not giving plagiarism answer directly, it can still make mistakes. First, identify this one a myth that AI is not giving wrong answer or plagiarism. It can still give, though 90% it is still not giving any copy pasted answer from any website or any books, because it is generating new content from it. But here and there have been instances where it has given the direct same to same content from maybe what books it has been trained earlier. We have to identify that if we have to make our content plagiarism free, it is human in the loop. Simply don't take the answer from AI tool as the final answer. The use of AI tool is just to get the answer as the first draft. When you get the answer which you are satisfied, take it as a first draft and add your own tadka. If you are actually a writer, you know how you write. So you can make the changes inside the content which has come as the first draft from an AI tool, which is just like a brainstorming partner to you. But you have to add your own kind of content, your own changes, what you want to make in the content, and then make sure that you are using both AI assisted content and your own original content. Because at the end, see, we no tool, even if there are AI detection tool, no tools are 100% foolproof to detect that an answer is AI generated or not. If some tools like Turrington or Grammarly saying that we can detect the AI content. They're all saying false information. There has been research done that no tools currently on the market can detect whether the answer is coming from an AI or from a human. But I will always encourage to add your own human touch, not to take the answer copy pasted from an AI tool and use it as it is. Add, make some changes to it, add your own flavor, add your own content, and then use it, because then you are giving that benefit that you are using both AI and human benefits for the any answer which you're using it in your workspace or any of your research going forward. Hope this has satisfied your question.
So, after Himanshi, if you are satisfied with your answer, I would like to come on the comment which Mr. Sanjeev Arora has done. So, basically, Sanjeev Arora ji wanted to understand that what is the crux of the whole webinar. In fact, I would like to answer on your behalf about this particular question. First of all, I would like Sanjeev Arora ji, I'll thank you so much for your candid feedback that you were thinking that we are selling anything. But let me clarify that the core purpose of this webinar at GyanTaal.ai, we are not conducting any of these sessions to sell a specific tool or a software. Our primary objective is to just build up a strong community of learners, educators, professionals, as well as students who want to stay ahead in the AI era. It's not about selling up of anything. Now, these webinars were designed, it's totally designed to particularly provide you practical knowledge that how these tools are used. We have neither promoted nor we are going to promote at any level of time about any this whole tools or something like that. It was totally real world use cases and a total exposure of AI to you all. We strongly believe at GyanTaal.ai that learning should come before selling, and that's why significant of our efforts is focused on free awareness sessions, community building, and live training programs. This webinar, when we say a 99 rupees cost, is nothing which is like selling up a product or something like that. It's just to determine the seriousness of the learners who are there, so that we can come up with such courses in this era, that these courses provide you real experiences, not just like some other platforms wherein you pay thousands of bucks, lakhs of bucks, and then you are failing to secure a proper job. That's why these courses are done. Of course, this webinar was conducted for the participants who wish to go deeper. See, we are planning to offer structured training programs and mentorship opportunities. And coming to the part that you asked, that what is the cost and all, the financial details for any paid programs are always shared transparently at GyanTaal.ai. In fact, it will be shared transparently on the website, because our sessions are a batch of 20 people only. We do not cater to 200 people at a time. It's limited and restricted to 20 people. And that's why in this meeting room, we could see that there were only 35 to 40 participants constantly working, because we focus on niche. Our goal is very simple: to empower people with AI skills, create meaningful learning experiences, and build one of the India's most valuable AI platform. That's GyanTaal.ai, giving you practical sessions and helping people to get placed in various international organizations and national organizations driving this AI force. I hope I have answered your question. Thank you so much.
Just one information for all participants here. See, the goal here, again, like Himanshu very well explained, we are not the promoters of ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or any such AI tool. Nobody is sponsoring us to say something. But at the same time, you cannot ignore the fact that ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini are the front runner AI tools without which you are not able to even get 10% of the work done. Remember one thing I said, if you want to, you can get all the same answers much more better even in a free tool with the 2-3 mindset shift we have shown today. But companies are not asking you to just do a question answer round with AI. They want you to build with AI tools today, and that is only possible with certain tools which are having AI agentic feature, which is Claude is number one. And Claude is very clear for their audience. They are not going to give a free AI messages for using AI agent. They want you to go and buy that $20 plan if you want to use the AI agent. At the same time, as an AI research and as an AI company, we want to democratize the access of this cutting edge AI tool for everyone. We are just charging a nominal amount of fee so that there is a skin in the game. If everything is free, no one is interested to even learn, or they think the quality of the learning is bad. But whatever you learn today, this is not something you can find it on any internet, because as a researcher, I am making fresh content every day, and it takes me up to 10 to 20 hours just to research for one single topic. If anyone wants to participate or ask any question in the group or as an email, please feel free to do that. We will be responding to each and every question. And as a kind of a feedback, we are just doing this polls to know that if tomorrow you want to create a custom program as per the beginner mindset or an advanced mindset, how do we make that? That was the whole purpose of this polls and this awareness program webinar. But at the same time, I thank everyone who took out the valuable time on Sunday to come and learn. I just do one small request for everyone: don't just switch off the mindset what to develop today. Practice it, adopt it, practically use it in any of the AI tool which you're using, and start getting the benefit in 2026 with the term called as AI agent, which everywhere you will be hearing going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sushant sir. It was a drastic and a mind-blowing session we had. And I would like to thank all of the participants who maintained the momentum and were clearly exhibiting a good positive spirit throughout the maintaining. Like I can see attendees maintaining a time of sir almost 2 hours plus in the webinar without dropping a single time, and actively doing that. On behalf of GyanTaal.ai and the whole community, I thank you all for being a part of this webinar, and we look forward to have your courses curated as per your polls, and we'll shortly be with you. Till that time, I would encourage every one of you to be a part of our community and the group, and stay active, and feel free to ask the questions or maybe any hurdles which you are facing using AI in your daily tasks. Thank you so much for attending this once again.
Everyone will get, I hope, the certificate, Himanshu.
Certificates will be delivered by day end or maybe by tomorrow day end on your registered email IDs.
Thank you, Himanshu. Thank you, Ishant sir. Thank you, Shivangi. And thank you all for attending the webinar.
Thank you also. Thank you.